Antonio and Portland, which was game 2 of our double dip. A couple of members of Team LeBron, Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
This is, man, I tell you, I like the addition of Rodney Hood to this, because somebody said something during that game, man. The Warriors, I love the Nuggets, but the Warriors the only sure thing in the West. My Nuggets been coming back down to earth.
Good. Aldridge.
I might have to switch to the fish fillet. Them Nuggets.
Here's the man you speak of, Rodney Hood.
Them Nuggets ain't been tasting good.
Rodney Hood had 14. Pop's
Nuggets been dry, Chuck. My Nuggets been dry. Good pass.
Nurkic.
I might have to switch to them fish
fillet. 70-57 Portland at the half, but San Antonio comes back at him. Rudy Gay had 16 in the third quarter. And Rudy would finish with 25 on the night.
Rudy looked like he know what he's doing.
Oh, my God. Step to the side. Tell you what.
Look like Big Shot Bob out there, don't he?
This Portland team, they could be dangerous.
Dame Dalla.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan had 35 on the night. Also 6 rebounds and 6 assists. His 10th game with 30.
Where did Paul Gasol go?
Paul Gasol was in San Antonio.
Okay, he didn't go anywhere. That's
no, it's just Mark Gasol.
They have an age limit on guys.
No, I'm just saying he hasn't played in I don't know where. How long?
Hey, they have an age limit. Oh, nice.
So 98-95. They had trailed by more than 20.
That's good ball movement right there.
But how about C.J. McCollum? Third straight 30-point game. It's the first time he's ever had 3 straight in his career.
Tell you, those guys, ooh.
Oh, give me that.
Lillard after the steal, 115-101.
Oh, Nurkic.
And yes, it is.
Great pass.
Portland Trail Blazers win at 127-118. That rodeo trip for the Spurs, that 8-game trip begins 0-3 as they lose at Sacramento, Golden State, and now Portland.
What are they at next?
Next, they are at Utah.
Oh, that's another loss.
Then at Memphis, and then it's the All-Star break, and then it's Toronto, New York, and Brooklyn on the road. 127-118.
You said they play the Knicks?
Yeah, they do. So there's
light at the end of the tunnel.
There's a W. Portland now 33-0 when they lead after 3, 0-21 when they trail.
That's not a good stat.
The fourth quarter. Why?
You don't wait. No, that tells me something about that team.
Oh, you like? I mean, the stat's not bad. It's just
the stat
you don't like
bad.
what the stat tells you.
The stat tells like 0-21 if you don't have a 33-0 when you got the lead.
You go into the fourth quarter.
0-21
when you trail going to the fourth quarter. That's pretty rare.
That's rare.
Yeah. Rare. That's unacceptable.
and unacceptable.
They can quit after 3 quarters then.
Hey, let's talk about the trade deadline. So when you see some of the power, when you look at the powers in the East, okay, so Milwaukee is the #1 team in the East right now, and they add Mirotic from New Orleans, and then you've got number 2 is Toronto, and you add Marc Gasol. Number 3, Boston didn't do anything. Number 5, Philadelphia, very busy. Elton Brand was all over the place. Getting Tobias Harris.
I love exactly what they did.
And Boston and Indiana flip-flopped tonight with the Pacer win and the Celtic loss. But who won the trade deadline in your mind, Kenny?
Well, I think the future between Milwaukee and Philadelphia probably have won for the future. I think adding that many guys to your locker room in Philadelphia could be risky. If you were just adding Tobias, that would be different. But having that many new personalities, win, lose, or draw, could be risky. But for the future, they are secure. Regardless of what Jimmy Butler does, you have a guy like Tobias Harris who could move into the 3rd scorer role or the 2nd scorer role at times. Milwaukee, great pickup. And same with Toronto, because I really think Gasol was something they're missing. I don't think they had a guy who could score on the low post on a consistent basis, so they could throw the ball down to him and spread 4 guys around where, Kawhi doesn't have to be the primary, just dribble all over the floor. Just throw it in the mark and spread out, and let's see what happens.
If Marc Gasol goes into the starting lineup who comes out of the starting lineup for Toronto?
Well, that's to me is a big decision they got to make, because if you take Mark out, you put Mark in, your team. I think you need Serge out there.
Why would you put Serge on the floor? So it's really, to me, between Danny Green possibly.
But nobody plays two big guys anymore.
But, I mean, Danny Green coming off your bench with, I mean,
no,
he's
I'm
going to
not
play
talking
the
about
same
that.
amount
I'm talking
of
about in the NBA. Nobody plays two big guys anymore.
And the way Nick Nurse has been doing it, and was doing it earlier this year, he'd start Ibaka sometimes, he'd start Valanciunas other times.
That's what, yeah, because nobody plays two big guys.
He can do that with Gasol.
Ibaka plays on the wing.
Ernie,
Ibaka, even though he's a 4,
he plays perimeter.
But I think
he plays on the perimeter.
But I think at this stage in Marc Gasol's career, he'd be content playing on a great team coming off the bench. He's going to get 30 minutes a night. But I want to go back to your point. Kenny, Shaq, Ernie. Philadelphia 76ers.
There's no one happens all the time.
There's no one left.
The 76ers were the big winner this week. To get Tobias Harris, who we all talk about, is right there being an all-star. And we said all year, Philadelphia bench. They got 3 or 4 guys on the bench now. But like I said earlier, the key is going to be Jimmy Butler. Is he just going to play, or is he going to complain about shots? Because now he's playing with another terrific player in Tobias Harris. That's going to be less shots. Just play, man. Because like I said, this thing is, the East is, woo.
Yeah, before we head to break, I guess we got some people who were responding to the analogy that the Jet made, and Shaq thinking about how to save gas during Kenny's car analogy.
Telling it works. Just try it.
Go ahead, Shaq. Take out my gas tank.
Thank you. See?
And
he knows.
We got to go back to the audio tune. Here it was.
Oh, Lord, this is the best. This might be the best ever.
I really want to know, because I want to get this car, but I really want to save gas money.
You're complaining about when it gets to 0, you spend 80, right? When it gets to half, you put 20. Then when it get back to half, you put 20.
Yeah, but I keep stopping, putting 20 in, and it'll be 80, the same amount of gas. I'm driving the same amount of gas.
The average human stops once a week for gas, right? With you only work here twice. You would probably have to stop maybe once every 2 weeks.
But 4 times 20 is 80, because I'm going to stop 4 times.
No, you're not going to stop 4 times. Not in 1 week, you're not.
Right, but if Wednesday it's going to be 40, and then on Friday it'll be 40.
Not 40, 20. Yeah. It's going to be 20.
No.
It's going to be 20.
Not half. Half of 80 is 40.
But no, listen to what I'm saying.
I am.
Okay.
So if I just...
No, you ain't going to have to put gas in every day. Don't play me right now.
I'm not playing.
Don't play with me right now. Hey. Email me that right now.
That might be the all-time funniest.
Listen, y'all can laugh all you want. I stand by my...
I laugh harder. Every time we show that, I laugh harder than I did the previous time.
First of all, can I punch you in your face? You don't stop 2 times a week for gas. You're trying to embarrass me, and I punch you.
Dude, I drive far. I live in the valley.
Oh, gosh.
I live in the valley, so
you don't stop 2 times a week.
We've got to go to break.
You don't put gas in the valley.
I live in the valley, too, so where I live at?
Hollywood. You don't drive
Okay, so where I live at?
You don't live in the valley with me?
I live in Bell County. What are you talking about?
You live out here in Atlanta, man. Wait, you don't put gas in your car twice a week?
Once.
You got 8 cars.
Once a week.
We only got 2
once
cars.
a week.
Ain't no way you can go, like, you go.
I can't believe you guys are still doing it.